Hey, it's Just So Trish, and today I am reviewing the complete curriculum, Grade 2 by the Harcourt Learning Family, or Family Learning. Okay, so a little bit about these. This is my first time using it. We are using it as a supplement to our Switched On Schoolhouse. I gotta have a workbook somewhere. It's just a me thing. So, I did some reviews. I'd heard about this book a couple years ago, and I just didn't give any mind because we were very content in what we were doing. And I went back and started reading the reviews again. From what I understand, this is the unspoken about homeschool mama core loving. This is really a great book. It is, it is kind of huge. It sits at 750 pages. And the price you asked me for this, what? $16 typically. You can buy this book for $16 and you can use it as your core and add your science and your history, and you have a complete curriculum. Amazing. I'm actually pretty impressed. So this book is made by Harcourt and it's done through Barnes & Noble. So Barnes & Noble is the one printing this and selling it directly. I have found it on Amazon. I have found it on christianbooks.com, and around $16. There is no teacher's manual at all. This is it. The very back, in the very back is all your answers. So what do you get? You get your reading, your math, your spelling, your language arts, your writing, and a test prep. I'm going to open it up for you and let you see it more in depth. christianbooks.com, again, has the best for seeing the samples that you can click through and look. So here's your table of contents. It is not over the top laid out kind of deal. It has, this is second grade level, so it has a reading with comprehension questions, and you get close to, I don't know, 70, 80, 100 pages of that. I mean, here's, 90 pages later. So it's increasing their reading comprehension. I think it does a really nice job. This is secular based. It is not Christian based. I've ripped pages out of here already because we are using it. You get spelling skills. I've been impressed with the spelling skills, really, because this is really allowing me to do Switched On Schoolhouse for my second grader in the third grade, but yet keeping her spelling where it should be and allowing her to skip that part in the Switched On Schoolhouse. So you get the words. So this one's following a method of phonetics. You go into separating them phonetically. You get some rules. You get grouping them through vocabulary SAT style, as much as a second grader does. You get rhyming. And you get proofreading, editing. And then this one is grammar. You get grammar parts on it. So then you run into some grammar. The other part I like about it is it's always giving proofreading, and a lot of times it'll give dictionary skills. So here's another one for proofreading on spelling, dictionary skills, and making a spelling table to for proofreading. And then you get a review. So that is spelling, and you can get a whole year's worth of spelling. Then the math. Okay, so I've dealt with some math workbooks, and one of the problems you run into is there's no kind of lesson in here. And what I've liked, now this is second grade, and I will do fourth and fifth grade also, and I have kindergarten too. But it will go in and will lay out the steps. So again, the color, I think it has a great balance of graphics and to the content. You actually have language arts in here. Again, it gives you rules. And what I like is these are going to be language arts that's appropriate for level. It's not too much, it's not too far. And then it has a full section of beginning writing skills. So this is kind of one we need. I feel like this is a good balance to really teaching my children to read, especially doing Switched on Schoolhouse, because we kind of jump into write a paragraph and my kids are like, And then after the writing skills, and I think the writing skills are great, you get into test prep. So some of you might be turned on or turned off by that. If you're like, I'm an anti-tester, it's fine. But I think it's good practice, and it's a good way for you to see what's going on. And then it even goes into just plain black and white ones. So just on aspect, if you run into mid-year curriculum crisis where you're like, I just want to throw everything out and I want something different and I need it to be cheap, I think this is a great one. So if you're a unit study, you're a I want to call it free range unschooler. If you're an unschooler, if you're unit study, if you're interest led, I think this is a great curriculum. I think this is a great supplement to your year. If you're burnt out with your curriculum, you need something different, you need it to be cheap, I would kind of jump over here. It's nice because the other aspect I kind of like having it is I know I can check to make sure my kids are grade level in what would be considered grade level in the public school to some extent. The one thing that has changed is the Barnes & Noble's no longer printing these huge books. So if you can find them, buy them. For $16, what they're doing is they're actually going and making mini booklets of each one of these contents, which in the end I think is actually a pretty good idea. And they're selling them for around $6 a piece, which ends up being the equivalent of this, ends up being $36 instead of $16. Still not a bad deal. Just saying. So you can find more on these by going to Flash Kids. This one doesn't say it. You can go to flashkids.com or type in Flash Kids complete curriculum, and they have much more than this, but they don't have it in the really big book. So just something to think about. I am pretty impressed finding this. I kind of wish I would have found it at the beginning of the year and not in January, and I bought this off Amazon with my money because this is my honest review. So if this is something you ever need, I hope this is something you look into. If you have used this, please tell me what you think. If you didn't like it, tell me why. I would really love to know. And if you use this as your core, would you please tell me how you supplement to it? Because I think that would be awesome to know. So I hope this helps. Peace out.